Well, the House last night passed the more than $700 billion Inflation Reduction Act. After the vote, the bill will make its way to the White House and onto the president's desk for his signature. The legislation will raise taxes for some corporations, add billions of dollars for climate initiatives, and gives Medicare new powers over drug prices. But while the bill is changing a lot for larger corporations, it still has many wondering what the impact will be on small businesses and everyday Americans. Joining us now to discuss this is New Jersey Congressman and Homeland Security member Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, it's great to have you with us. I want to just break down this bill really quickly and what's in it. As we've pointed out, $6.5 billion in a national gas tax, $12 billion in crude oil tax, $1.2 billion in a coal tax, and of course that 15% corporate minimum tax on companies making $1 billion or more. We are certainly on the verge of, I guess, not just when it comes to inflation, but an administration right now that's raising taxes during all of this. What does this all mean?
Well, what it really means is that people are going to pay more, get less. We're going to hurt our economy. Remember one thing about this majority party and this president, whatever they call a bill or whatever title they give it, it's just the opposite. You know, like it was when we're going to put more formula on the shelves was the name of the bill. Actually, it put no formula on the shelves, but just hired a bunch of people. And in this case, this is not an Inflation Reduction Act. This is an Inflation, Taxation, Recession, Creation Act. And in all seriousness, that's what we're doing. Let's just think about one part of it. And yes, all the taxes you named are right. That's going to hurt middle class working people. It's going to hurt business. We're going to hurt manufacturing. We're going to force more companies to go overseas into other areas just at a time when we're trying to increase our supply chain and do better in America. But how about the IRS? That's what really kills me. So we're going to have 87,000 new IRS agents. And just to put that in perspective, there's no NFL stadium that has the seating room to seat that many people. So hypothetically, if you wanted to sit down with all the new employees they're going to hire in the IRS, there's just about nowhere you could do it because even our stadiums couldn't take it. They're going to go after middle class people. There aren't enough billionaires out there for them to say, oh, we're only going after billionaires. It's going to be you and me. It's going to be working people who are breaking their backs. So this is the deal. You work harder, you break your back even more, you pay your taxes, and then the IRS goes after you even harder. That's not the America I know.
I want to talk about that provision for a minute because this is something that Republican Senator Mike Crapo had tried to add in the amendment process that senators rejected, which is basically adding language that that funding would not be used on any American making under $400,000 a year. Democrats said that it wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that, but they refused to add the language. What's your reaction?
Well, you know, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you wouldn't be afraid to add the language if you were sure that that was absolutely true. We know it's not true. They're just saying it. It's another election gimmick. This whole thing is part election gimmicks, part revenue raisers, part woke climate policies. It's everything that's wrong. $750 billion we're spending more. What do you think when you spend that kind of money it's going to do? And look what the CBO said. We don't even have a CBO scoring on this yet. But you know what we do know? It's not going to lower inflation, guaranteed. It's going to increase it. What we do know, it's going to cost every American more money. We do know that this is the wrong thing to do at the wrong time and the wrong place for America. We want to try to get out of what is now a recession, and we find ourselves actually stuck even in a worse situation with these people and the bills that they pass.
J.P. Morgan's CEO is warning that an economic hurricane is coming. Are you preparing? If you don't do anything, your 401k could be a 201k, and that is not good. So call our trusted friends at Lear Capital. For 25 years, Lear has helped investors own gold to protect against market chaos. It's a good thing. They can help you too. Get your information and up to $15,000 in bonus IRA gold. Just call this number, 800-880-4300. That's 800-880-4300.